Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Today we are going through my completed pages for June 2025 and also some loose plans for July. Let's hop to it. Okay, so my first completed page is this cute little turtle in Johanna Basford's Small Victories. Now what I've done is I've brought the colour palette over from the right hand side here, which is a page that I completed a few months ago, and brought it over here. So I've used Neocolor 2 for the background and Prismacolor pencils and a couple of gel pens for the remainder. And interestingly, I felt that the paper specifically in Small Victories doesn't really handle Neocolor 2 all that well. I experienced a fair amount of pilling with the paper. I don't think I had a lot of bleed through. Oh yeah, I've had a little bit there. So I am not inclined to use Neocolor too much in this book. I think I still quite like the result. I just feel like I've damaged a fair bit of the paper. I can notice a fair bit of pilling down here, but still got a good result. To achieve this effect, I just I grabbed a palette and I scribbled the Neocolor 2 pigment onto the palette and then picked it up with a paintbrush and applied it in like this dappled watercolor effect. I think I did a couple of layers and I even used minimal amount of water and still got a bit of bleed through, but that is all right. I decided to do a border and I've just messed it up a little bit, so I might have to go through with a paint pen or something and just fix that up. But I quite like having this blank border around the outside. I really feel like it just brings the focal point into the little turtle, so he's cute. So yeah, Prismacolor pencils, and then what have we got? I think I've got some Jelly Roll in the little edges here. And then we've got some sparkly Pentel pen for the flowers, and a couple there, and a couple there, but mainly Prismacolor pencil for the leaves, the shell, and his little body too. He's really cute. So that was that one in Small Victories. I don't think I have that up on the channel. Okay, so the second page that I have completed for the month of June is a buddy color with a lovely Aussie subscriber of mine. I'm not going to show you just yet because we're not ready to reveal it. So I will show you once that is all completed. But I can tell you that I've used distress inks for the background. I can tell you that I've used Prismacolor pencils and a little bit of gel pen. That's as much as I can say. Which brings me to my third and fourth page, which was also coloured in this book. And those pages are this cute little mouse and party scene, which has come out so well. I'm so happy with it. This was a buddy colour with Ellie Colours and Designs. I will find her image and pop it up on the screen for you. I love how we've both interpreted this page. I love Ellie's layering, and I really love all the vibrancy that she has brought to the page. It was a joy to do this buddy color with her, so I'm super excited for more. This page is up on the channel as a tutorial on how to color party scenes if you're interested in that. So it is a chatty voiceover tutorial for those that like that format, and I go through my color choices, why I've picked what I've picked, how to bring harmony to the page, how to repeat color themes throughout the page, how to color glass, how to color liquid, all of that. It's all there. If you're interested, that is up on the channel. I'll try to remember to link it. So for this page, the background is pan pastel and it's 4 different colors. So I grabbed like a little finger dauber thing and just did some different dots around, and I've just layered the dots as well. And I don't know if you can see, but I've got there's some shimmery mica stains as well, the Ranger Distress ink mica stains. So the same people that make Distress inks make these mica stains. So this is in Frozen Fog. So I wanted to go for a bit of a bokeh effect, a bit of a sequin. You know how you go to a party and there's sequins and there's streamers everywhere. So I wanted to kind of have that going on in the background, and I was happy just to bring it all the way down. So another way to approach this page is you could have done like a table and have that kind of differentiating. I just decided to have it all on the one because I kind of liked the way that everything was framed on the page. And Prismacolor pencils as well. Some Toolie paint pens to cover up the black lines. I really like, when I do glass, I really like to cover up the black lines. I feel like it just makes it pop a whole lot more. And then for the bubbles as well, in the liquid, and black lines for the ice cream and is this confetti? I'll say it's confetti. So for the confetti as well. And I've used a black Posca pen for their eyes, and also some Artex acrylic paint pens for the confetti as well. Some gel pen. So just mixing up the matte colors and the glitter colors. I didn't want to have too much of either. I wanted to have an even spread for both. And I bought some of the glitter out on the little mice outfits as well. And for the sprinkles on the sweet elements. So what a delicious page. So thank you so much, Ellie, for coloring in this page with me. It was so much fun. I really like doing buddy colors because I end up doing pages that I normally wouldn't pick. So when I opened this book, this isn't the first page that I gravitated towards. So I'm so glad that we've finished it now because I absolutely love it. I'm so glad with how everything's turned out. It's my first time coloring mice as well. So again, this is up on the channel if you are interested in seeing how I completed this page and my thought process, etc, etc. Okay, so this next page completed is Hidden Creatures by Also Belko. If you're not quite sure what book this is, here we go. This is a bit of a less well-known book compared to Hannah Colson and Johanna Basford, etc. This is in a few Australian bookshops. Dymocks have it, and also Cook and Young have it as well. I will link this below if you're interested because this is a great little book. So this was completed with Ohuhu markers and one single Signo sparkling pen. Or maybe there was two. Yeah, no, I think I've picked another silver one for the little dragonfly here. So this page was completed as part of a video that is up on the channel that's all about my post-coloring page routine. And this is one of my de-stress pages. This is one of my reset pages. So I do like to have a bit of a reset page if I've just come off the back of filming or if I've done like a really difficult page and I just need a bit of a mental break. So if you head to that video, I do show the colors there as well, the markers if you're interested. There's 5. So it's a nice limited color palette. So I absolutely love the way that this came out. There is so much beauty in simplicity, isn't there? It was absolutely a gorgeous page to film, and color. I'm looking forward to doing more in this book. This whole book is full of patterns, some a little bit more crazy than the rest. And look at the way, so this is the alcohol marker bleed through. It's beautiful. I could go ahead with some more gel pens or some pencils even and do another page with this. I could do, it's like reverse coloring almost, where all the colors there and you've just got to add the outline. I thought that was really handy. It encouraged me to use alcohol markers more so in this book, purely for that reason. And as well, because I do like to keep the black lines, which I might not be able to keep if I use acrylic markers as much. I really do think the beauty's in the details, and I especially like the way all the black lines join together here. It kind of adds to the pattern. So I think I'll be using alcohol markers a lot in this book. I do have a pastel set in the Honolulu. That's a whip. You may have seen me do a little bit. This is all gel pen and a Ohuhu glitter marker. I just got a bit frustrated with it, so I've just abandoned it for now. I probably will finish it off, but I just needed so many of the other colors for other projects that I was like, you know what, I'll finish this later. And I ripped it too, because I did washi tape the whole thing to try and get the border crisp, but the washi tape was a bad idea because I've ripped it in things. It just hasn't been a good decision. It's done the opposite of what I intended it to do. So there's lots in here. I'm sure you've seen this up on the channel before, but there's lots of opportunity for some beautiful alcohol marker coloring, which I will be getting into. So that is page number 5. Page number 6 is in Christine Curran's Wildflower Folk. Now I have colored, her name's Perla, and this coloring page is part of a video on what do you do when you're faced with a brand new book from a brand new illustrator that you've never colored before. How do you work around all the unknowns? So if you're keen to check that out, that is up on the channel too. So I have used Prismacolor pencils and one dual metallic pen. So I've used the Pentel dual metallic hybrid pen for the pearls, which I've just wanted to do them in gold because I felt like it went well with the color palette. I'm so happy with how this came out. I really, really, really love this paper. It works so well with Prismacolor pencils. I love how her skin has come out. I love how the hair's come out. I love everything about this page, so I am keen to do more. And I have purchased her most recent book as well, so I'm hoping to include a little bit more of that. I do plan on doing some skin and hair tutorials this month in this book, so keep an eye out for that. If it won't be this month, it'll definitely be next month as well. I'm actually keen to try polychromos on hair. I think that would be a very nice addition. So that is Perla in Wildflower Folk by Christine Karen. Okay, so the next page completed is another couple of pages in Johanna Basford's Small Victories. Now, I've just used the same colour palette that I used for the Christine Karen book, and I've brought them over here, and I think I've added a couple more gel pens as well, and maybe a couple of additional colours. I've added some extra reds, I believe. Now, this side was completed with a lovely subscriber of mine. We've done a buddy colour. So Chrissy, I will pop her page up next to mine. I absolutely love Chrissy's layering and the amount of depth she goes to, especially with her background. Her work is always beautiful. So thank you so much, Chrissy, for joining me. I always love doing buddy colours because I love the different interpretations that we all have on the same page. And it's always a joy to see how other people think and how they apply their pencils, what mediums they've used. I just love it. So if you'd like to do a buddy colour, let me know. You can hit me up on Instagram. Just send me a message. Instagram has this weird thing where if I haven't spoken to the person before, it hides the message. So I have to go and dig for them, and it's not always very intuitive. It doesn't tell you if there's a message. You have to go looking for it. So I do apologise if I am late in replying to anyone. So this page, yes, Prismacolor pencils for me, as with the last page that I did. And I've just added the same gold to the flower centers. And I've added an extra, I think this is a Jelly Roll metallic, number 530 potentially. And I've done just around that ring there and a couple of the leaf centers. And I think that's about it. I wanted to go more pencil work for this, and then over this side as well. Same thing I've done. There's a bit of the gold there. So the challenge for me with this side was to evenly spread the colors. So I wanted to have all the different types of greens across each, but how do I make the whole thing look harmonious, and how do I balance the pink? How do I balance the red? It was easier on this side because we had repeating patterns, repeating motifs. So that was actually not difficult to do. It was just this side that I really had to think about it. But I love the result. I love how both have come out. So that is Small Victories in Johanna Basford. So 3 pages in Small Victories this month, as well as 3 pages in Midnight Masquerade as well. I really enjoy ticking off multiple pages in one book in a month. I feel like it just helps me make excellent progress. Makes me feel good. Okay, the next cab off the rank is my first page in Mythic World, would you believe? I am very late to the party with this one, and we have the beautiful Iana Mermaid, which is a mythical tale from Brazil. I had a lot of fun colouring this page. This page is up on the channel as a chatty tutorial if you're interested in hearing my thought process on how and why I chose all my colours and applied them the way that I did. You can have a listen to that or a watch of that. So I've used Prismacolor pencils again for 99.9% of it, with a few gel pens at the bottom for some of the foliage, and also to embellish some of the hair as well. Just a little bit. I wanted to have most of it Prismacolor pencil, because I feel like pencil goes really well with Kirby's line work. I generally don't use a huge amount of gel pen in Kirby's work, mainly just accents. It was so funny because what I had planned to do is go through with a gold pen and add some scales in, and I'd planned to do that while I was colouring it, and then I just completely forgot about it until a subscriber of mine popped a comment on and mentioned the same thing, and I was like, oh, you know what? I was actually going to do that, and then I just completely forgot about it until you mentioned it. So there you go. So no shimmery scales for these guys. I could always go back and add it in later. And I've used a Toolie Art paint pen as well for the bubbles, just to cover up those. And the background was also completely done in pencil as well. I've just done like a layering technique, make it look nice and dappled. I think it looks pretty cool. I was thinking about other mediums, however, because there's so many little gaps, it just, to me, it would have been a bit finicky. So pencil was the way to go. I didn't want to do distress ink because I would have had to mask up a whole lot of stuff. And then I didn't want to do pan pastel because, again, I would have had to erase so many sections. Neocolor 2 was an option, but I thought I could achieve something just as nice with pencils, so I went for it. So that is my first page in Mythic World. Would you believe, first page? I feel like I'm so late to the party, but hey, I'm late to the party with snacks. So more pages to come from this book as well, hopefully in future. My next page is in this really cheap artist coloring book from Kmart. It has no ISBN, it has no publication information. All that we know is that Kmart made it. It's in Kmart, it's in Target in Australia. That's all we know. So this book was part of this page was part of a color cube challenge. If you haven't seen the video, I'll try to remember to link it. It is where I picked out a card at random and I let the card number choose the page for me as well. So if you have Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cube, Volume 1, this was card number 210. Now what I did is I picked the card out at random and then this was page 21. So I let the card number, pick the page as well. So I just docked the 0 off, because there's no way there's 210 pages in this book. And so we landed with 21 and I really like the results. So I've used the Artex acrylic markers. I've used a blend of the Simtaps, their 90 set, the liquid ink set, and a metallic, and also a Sakura Pen Touch gold pen. Now Sakura are the same people that make Jelly Roll. So we know that their pens are always going to be amazing, and I absolutely love how everything's turned out. This paper's really thick. It's more like card to me than paper. I don't know how I'd go putting it through a printer. So perfect for, there's no bleed through because it's acrylic markers, but this is perfect for throwing any mediums that you want at it. So this was super fun. This video, I got so many people that were so keen for more Color Cube challenges. So that will be coming up on the channel. I'm hoping to do one a month, but we'll see. So this was super fun. I felt like I just got lucky with my first one because these were colors that I love anyway. A lot of my coloring pages will feature these colors. So I feel like I got very lucky. The next one that I could get could just be completely gray and brown, and I'll have to make it look pretty somehow. So I don't remember if I showed the colors in the video. I may have. I may have. So if you are interested in them, here they are. So we've got the Simtap markers, that's the metallic set, the liquid ink, and the 90, and the Sakura Pen Touch. If you want to take a screenshot of this, feel free. And you could use the same colors. I really enjoy using my acrylic markers for not just covering up black lines. I really enjoy doing bright, bold colors. So if you guys know what Gorman is a clothing store, and a lot of their patterns look like this, which I absolutely love, which ironically enough, I don't own any Gorman items. I've got a couple of Mr. Zimmy, which is very similar. I have a couple of Mr. Zimmy items that are very bright as well, and I really only wear it in summer. So would you believe I wear very neutral clothes, but all the brightness and all the pizzazz comes out in my coloring pages. So I love the way that this has come out. I just love how much gold I've thrown at it. So keen for more of that. Friends, my last coloring page for the month, number 11, is from Layla Julie's Florabund Year. This is a demo and do style of color along up on the channel. And when I say demo and do, I mean that I talk you through how to color one flower, and then we go and color the rest. And then we come back and we talk through the next flower, and then we go and color the rest. So you get a bit of an explanation on how I do it before we actually jump in and do it, which I really enjoy doing this way. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but when I put a poll up and I asked you guys what type of color along do you recommend, I got votes for all, but this one won by far because a lot of people were saying that they really struggle. I would also like to do other types of color alongs as well. So I do want to have some silent ones up there for the people that do like silent color alongs, absolutely. And I'm even thinking of reverse color alongs as well. So That could be fun. So this was completed purely with Prismacolor pencils, the whole thing. Literally the only thing that doesn't have pencils is these little shiny dots that I've just put around. This is a Signo Sparkling. I just wanted some silver extra little things. I absolutely love the red combination in this book. I'm loving this red flower down here. I don't know about you guys, but I really struggle coloring in all the little twiggy bits. I think I was really stressed. But we got there. It was fine. So I'm absolutely loving this page. So I'm trying to include one page a month because this book is broken up into monthly sections. So for example, that was from June. So we may as well go on to our next segment while I'm here, which is what I loosely plan to colour for July. And I say loosely because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what is around the corner. So I like to say this is what I hope to do, and we'll see how we go. So I hope to do another demo and do colour along in the July section. We could even do the month plate, the nameplate page, I suppose. We could do some of these. That one actually looks really nice. So we could do some of these. I also really like, oh, what was one I was looking at before? I like stuff like this where it's like offset, where it ends where you wouldn't expect it to. So it's not just a complete page over here. It's actually in like a square. The only thing we'd have to be dealing with is the spine, which freaks me out a little bit, but I'm sure we could do it. If there is a page that you are looking at in June from Florabund Year and you desperately want to colour it, let me know in the comments. If I get enough requests for it, we could probably do it. Whether or not I attack it with polychromos or Prismacolor pencils, not sure. Again, happy for requests. I'm actually really liking the idea of this nameplate page. We'll see. So yes, I do plan, hopefully, to do this one. And I also do plan to, look at this. Look at this. I plan to fix this. I think I've tried attacking it with an eraser and it just didn't work. So I'm going to clean that up somehow. The next book that I plan to colour in for this month is World of Flowers, and I'm 99.999% sure that I will be colouring this because I'm already working on swatches and things for my Polychromos review, and this book's going to be part of it. So I've got a new set of pencils for the very first time. I'm so excited to finally have the polys. If you would have seen my What's in the Mail video for June, you would have seen that I've acquired a new set of Polychromos thanks to the gift fairy. So I'll be reviewing those, and then I'm going to pick a page in here to do my first ever Polychromos test in. And the reason why that I've picked this, number one, I've only done one page in here, which is this one. Oh, by the way, if you want a gel pen tutorial up on the channel of this, that's up there. I'll teach you how to do that. And so, yes, I've only completed one page in this book, would you believe? And the book is, what, 8 years old? And also because I'm very familiar with Johanna's flowers, I find them very easy to colour. So I wanted something familiar. So something like this, where I can layer some petals very nicely, and even that. All that, I mean, it's all nice. And I probably won't do that for my first Polychromos. So something that I'm already familiar with, something that I find quite relaxing to colour, and I find Johanna's works beautiful, and so I just need to pick a page out of here because there are many different options in this book, and like I was saying, I've just done one page in this book so far, so I really need to fill it up before her next publication is released in October. So we may as well. I could even do some samples, like a sampler or something. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know yet. But it's definitely going to be in this book. I was even eyeing off this one, because then I could have a go at like pencil backgrounds in between, because I want to see how they perform as well, because as you would know, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I've been strictly a Prismacolor girl. I do have the Woomers as well, which I want to use more than I have. I think I've used those twice, including the review, and I want to use them more. So I'm looking forward to maybe doing those in here as well. So definitely in this book, definitely. The next one that I plan to do is Fragile World. You guys know I love a poll, and I put up a poll of what book you would like to see as a cover-to-cover Kirby book. So what book am I going to start from the very beginning, colour in complete order, rain, hail or shine, make it to the end. Now, Fragile World, I've already got one page completed, so only one. I've got one page completed in here so far, and that is the Queen Alexandra Butterfly, which is up on the channel as a colour along if you are interested. Now colour 2s for the background, prisms for the rest, and I think a bit of Posca as well. Apart from that, it's completely blank. So we are starting with this page. We are starting with this little turtle. So I think every video is going to be different. So some videos might be color alongs, some might be reverse color alongs, some might be shadow tutorials, some might be full page tutorial, some might be me just coloring it and then coming up on the channel and being like, hey, I did a thing. I don't actually know, we'll see. But every page I will show you, every page will have some form of commentary and breakdown. I just don't know what. So we're gonna go on this journey together. So this one won, I'm not gonna say by a mile because Worlds Within Worlds was close behind it, but it was a very clear winner. So this one and Worlds Within Worlds was very clear winner. And I actually did have a lot of requests for his compilation books as well. So don't fret if you don't have this book or if you don't like this book. This doesn't mean that you can't participate in my Kirby stuff. I do plan to have other things of Kirby's up on the channel. I just haven't done a whole lot of it because I know that there's so many of his books that he's had out for ages that so many people have finished them completely. And so I kind of feel like, have I shut the gate once the horse is bolted kind of thing? Have I missed the bus? I don't know. But we will start with this page. I'm also thinking doing this page first and then doing these, like the book belongs to page as well. I am thinking of potentially doing reverse color alongs for these 3 in one video. So doing the whole thing and then doing a whole video on how I coloured it, what I used, what thought processes and all of that. So rather than do a voiceover of me sped up. So I have something different, so I might do that. And I'm thinking of doing Neocolor 2, just for a little bit of blue, a bit of sky, maybe. And with these, I don't know what you guys do with the nameplate pages. Do you handwrite it in? Or do you get labels or do you get stickers with your name on it? Because I'm so afraid that I know I have neat handwriting, but when it always matters, so when it comes to the crunch and I have to really make sure it's neat, I always stuff it up. So I'm thinking of just getting like some stickers with my name on it. So I'm looking forward to coloring this page. I don't know what pencils I'm going to use yet. We'll see. Maybe a mix, maybe Prismas. We'll see. And then, honestly, I'm going to make my way through, so the decision is made for me. The only thing I have to decide is what pencils I use and what format the video is going to be in. All I'm going to do is turn to the next page, so that'll be after that. Then after this one's done, then we turn to this one. And then after that one's done, then we go to this, and so on and so forth. So I am really looking forward to that one. So I'm very much looking forward to doing this book. I don't know how long it's going to take. I would like to have this monthly on the channel. And actually, I've coloured this page in another book as a buddy colour. That was my first ever buddy colour. So we will be colouring it again and I'll see how different I can make it. I've got a few different ideas. But this book is beautiful. I think there's a couple of subscribers that I know that have multiple versions of this book. It'll be interesting to see what I've done up there. I mucked that up. When I was ironing this page, I know, shock horror, I iron my pages, I slipped and the paper didn't cover up that and the Neocolor pressed onto it. So I might do a similar background or I might just use blue and blend it in. So that's what I plan to do. I plan to kick off Fragile World this month. So it's going to be done in order. And like I was saying, I plan to do other Kirby books as well, so please don't fret if you don't have this book or you don't like this book. I'll do other ones too. I would really like to do this page here as a mixed media page. I've had my eye on it for so long. And I would really like to do the leaves in Neo Color 2, and I would love to do the little circles in acrylic, and I would love to do pencils for this, and I would love to have like a pan pastel background. I really want to go full mixed media with this. I want to have it as a type of challenge. If you would like to see that up on the channel, let me know. I'm more than happy just to do it off camera if no one cares. But maybe you might be interested in Neo Color 2 leaves. I am thinking of grabbing the Neo Color and coloring it in directly and then just blending it in with water. We'll see. But I do want to do this, so we'll see if I get time for it this month. I have a lot of videos planned, so we'll see what actually gets done, but I do want to do that because I think it'd be a fun challenge. Speaking of challenges, like I was saying earlier in the video, I got such a huge rap from my color cube video that I thought that I would do another one. So what I'm going to do is another color cube challenge where I literally flip it over and I can't see it because it's high. I can see it on my monitor, but I can't actually see what I've picked out here. So I pick a card out and, oh, look, we've got crimson and red and things like that. So that would be, so this card would be the challenge. And number 43, so that means that we would go page 43. So I might pick a different book than the last one because this would be super fun to do in a Johanna Basford book. So I might, or a Hannah Carlson book even too. So I might pick a Hannah or a Johanna Basford book. And I know, so for June, I did acrylic markers. I'm thinking of going pencils. So I would probably use, with pencils, I would go one of my bigger sets. So I would probably use my Prismas or my Polys for this, just so that I could get all the different browns. Could do the Woomers, because that's a 72 set. Could do that. It depends on the palette. But that is the concept of the challenge, and you guys were, yeah, I had such great feedback, which was awesome. So many people were saying that they were now freshly inspired to use the cubes. So people were commenting saying that they had the cubes, but they've never used them, and now they're inspired. And I just got such a kick out of that. I was so glad that I was able to help you with some fresh inspiration because these are just the best. I love this. I've only got volume 1. I need to go and buy volume 2 because where's that? There we go. I always have to put it on nicely to line it up. I don't know if you guys saw, but the thumbnail where I held it like that, the lid wasn't lined up and it irks me, but doesn't matter. So I would like to do that this month. If you guys have any other cool ideas on how to integrate this into our coloring, let me know in the comments. Maybe I can do a video on it. Fun. I've had requests to do a color along in this cute little book. Is it Uriri? I've had a whole heap of people tell me what the book is and I am at a loss for what it was. I know that I know it. I know that I know it. So I'm probably going to pick maybe a demo and do in here, maybe a silent color along. Let me know in the comments which one you'd prefer. Do you want a demo and do? Would you like a silent color along? Do you just want anything and everything? I'm going to pick something, and I'm probably going to pick something that I have experience with. Maybe something with leaves and mushrooms because I know how to color those. This kind of stuff. There's just so much we could do. So I will be picking a page out of this book, hopefully for this month. It might be next if I run into any snags. We will see. But I definitely want to incorporate this book somehow. So cute. I love this book. This was gifted to me by a beautiful subscriber of mine, fellow Aussie. So thank you very much. I'm going to be featuring this book as much as possible. I think too, I really want to visit this one again. I would like to use my Honolulu set of Ohuhus again. I would like to choose maybe a pastel green color palette. I'm just trying to think of maybe something like this because I really liked integrating the alcohol markers with the glitter. So there's a horse. So something like this. My eyes are drawn towards this one because I really like doing it in color grading and order. It just really makes my eyes zing. So I'm looking forward to doing these. The other thing I have planned, now this is in the Mystery Kmart book as well, is I really want to teach you guys how to do, I want to add another Neocolor tutorial to the series, and I've done this a few times. Again, I want to use Neocolor on petals and leaves. So I think we're going to have a go with it in this book. I'm going to teach you how I color it in without applying the Neocolor to the paper first. I want to show you how I use a palette and transfer it over and blend colors. That would be really fun, because then what we can do is we can cover over the black lines with some white. We can use some gel pen. So this page has me drawn to that style. So I am trying to branch out into how to use Neocolors and teach you guys how to use Neocolors in other aspects other than backgrounds, because I know that a lot of colorists do it, and so I want to kind of support you in that as well. I would also really like to bring in some Milli Marotta, so whether that is a color cube challenge or a color along or a tutorial or something, I definitely want to feature Milli most months as much as I can. I would also love to do a skin and hair tutorial. I will just see if I have time for that. I have had that requested. I think I will also pick another Layla Julie page as well, because I've got some Castle Art pencils to review too, and I feel like the color palette's going to go really nicely. July is going to be jam-packed. Let's see how much I can actually get done. Again, I don't want to push myself. I don't want to just, have coloring pages coming out of my ears. We will see what we get done. I also want to just have some relaxing pages for myself as well. If you love this video, please hit that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. It does go a long way. Let me know what your favorite page was from this month. And guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next video very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.